thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips, and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box, now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehousesubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car.
Hey, my car!
And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
It's time for Minotauros Hockey on the Toros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, and HockeyTV.com. Toros Hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Now let's go live to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show with Ken Oda.
Hello and welcome inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota. As the big voice said, I'm Ken Oda, and you've got the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show here on AM 1390 KRZ Hockey TV, and of course, GoToros.com/listen-live. Toros are officially in the Robertson Cup playoffs, even though last night's result here in Cloquet did not go the way the Toros wanted. The Bismarck Bobcats lost a thriller to the Aberdeen Wings, and that loss clinched the Toros' playoff spot. So, let's take a look at the updated Central Division standings. The Aberdeen Wings, they win the division. 37-16-4 are the Wings. That's good for 78 points on the season. The Austin Bruins currently sit in second place, 29-19-8 with 66 points. Tied with them are the Minnesota Wilderness, but they've played one more game. 30-21-6 are the Wilderness, so those two teams both at 66 points. Then the Toros in the fourth and final playoff spot. It's official, 27 wins, 24 losses, and 6 overtime or shootout losses for 60 points. Toros would love to win the final 3 games of the year and get to that magic 30 win mark. But either way, the Toros are assured of finishing with at least 60 points and a 500 record. The Bobcats, they are out for the second year in a row. The Bismarck Bobcats miss the postseason. They are 24-27-6, and then in sixth place, a team that was in the playoffs last year, but they'll miss them this year, 22-28-7 with 51 points, are the Brookings Blizzard. So, the Toros now get ready for the postseason for the 6th year in a row. That is the longest current streak in the Central Division. So, a level of consistency in Minot that no one in the division has been able to match. The next closest are these Minnesota Wilderness. They've been in the playoffs 5 years in a row, but they've only been in the Central Division for the last 2. A little bit easier to make the postseason out of the Midwest Division when there are teams like Cooley and Kenai to kick around a bit at the bottom of the standings. There aren't nights off in the Central like there are in these other divisions. Looking at the matchup tonight, last night the Toros lost 2-0, but that score is a little misleading. Toros outshot the Wilderness 36-21. Toros only allowed 4 shots on goal in the third period as they tried to battle back. Just couldn't quite get it done. Plenty of offensive opportunities, but couldn't find the back of the net. Nick Altman had his 12th of the year in the first, and Garrett Worth added an insurance goal, 247, both on broken plays in the Toros' offensive zone that led to rushes the other way. Other than that, not a lot of real offense generated by the Minnesota Wilderness last night. Just as I mentioned, the 21 shots on goal. Part of that had to do with most of the game was played at 5-on-5. The Toros had to kill 2 penalties. The Wilderness only 1. So that contributed to some of the lack of offense, but still the Toros, with only 1 power play, did manage to generate 36 shots on goal. We'll take a commercial break here. When we come back, we'll hear from Toros head coach Marty Murray and his thoughts on last night's game as well as getting ready for the postseason. We'll hear that after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri. I love Firehouse Subs because you can feed your whole crew and help your community thanks to Firehouse Subs Catering. If you're planning a tailgate, an office holiday party, or anything in between, Firehouse Subs has crowd-pleasing platters starting at just $5 per person. They'll even deliver to you. And of course, you'll be helping your community because a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders in our communities. The more subs folks enjoy, the more Firehouse Subs is able to help save lives.
Firehouse Subs Catering. Choose from sub, salad, or dessert platters for your next group gathering. Platters start at just $5 a person. Visit firehousesubs.com to find a location near you. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota, as we count it down for Toros and Minnesota Wilderness. Toros, as I mentioned, clinched the playoff spot last night. We'll have playoff tickets available starting on Wednesday at gotoros.com. Season ticket holders, keep an eye on your email. You should be getting an email before Wednesday with instructions on how you can get your seats in advance. As I mentioned before this one, we had a chance to talk with Toros head coach Marty Murray. We'll let you give that a listen now.
Here with head coach Marty Murray. Marty, a tough loss last night, one that probably deserved a better fate, at least Grabco did for sure.
Yeah, I thought we, did a lot of good good things. I think we shot them 36-21 or something, and, it's no reflection on Grabco. I think he didn't have a chance on either one of the goals, and we had a lot of good luck, so we just kind of missed that final phase of executing a play or getting our stick tied up at the last second. I think we did a lot of good things, and hopefully if we can generate those opportunities or near opportunities tonight, we can finish them off and capitalize on them.
Even with the loss, we clinched the playoff spot last night, 6 years in a row. It's the longest active streak in the division. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, it's, obviously every year, one of the first things you say is your goal is to make the playoffs. And you can say that. And it's not easy, especially in this division. And we've seen that year after year, and maybe tighter than ever this year is, right down to the 58th game of the season or 57th or whatever it was. And it was a grind. And I'm proud of our guys. We faced a lot of adversity here the last month of the season. We've had a lot of injuries and outside distractions. And I think the easiest thing would have been for guys to kind of fold their tents and use that as an excuse or a crutch, and we rallied around it and been playing some pretty good hockey here over the last little while. Even the last two games that we lost against these guys last night and then Aberdeen last Saturday, we could have very easily come out and top both those games.
Still only 6 points back of these guys and the Bruins with 3 games to play. We'd have to win out and need these guys to lose out, but it's still mathematically possible. Is that something that's in the back of your mind, or are you just at this point preparing to play Aberdeen in round 1?
Well, whatever happens, and I think that we got to take care of, ourselves tonight, and we want to get back to winning ways. I think that, we certainly don't want to go through a 5-game losing streak to enter in the playoffs, and we want to make sure that, like I said, we did a lot of good things last night. We did a lot of good things the last game in Aberdeen. We just never come out on top. So hopefully we can capitalize on our opportunities and get some good feels with our sticks, and then get that first one and roll from there.
It could be interesting if we do end up playing Aberdeen in the first round. They're in town next weekend to close out the regular season. Does that change what you do next weekend at all if it ends up being Aberdeen?
I don't know yet. I think first of all, I'll have to look at the standings, see if there's any way we can creep up or if we're locked in fourth, and then we'll make some adjustments. Obviously, it might not be a bad time to give some guys some rest, and some guys that are banged up a little bit, a weekend off or a night off. We're just going to kind of get through tonight and then digest where we're sitting exactly in the standings after the games tonight, and then make our decisions after that.
I talked to a couple of vets earlier on the weekend about last year being the 1 seed and having Aberdeen come in as the 4 and upend us, and how much would you love to just be able to flip the script on them and do that this year?
Well, it'd be nice, and they're obviously, I think, a very good hockey team. I think we respect them. They're deep. They're, I don't know if I can say they have any real big weaknesses in their game, and but at the same time, I think we're a good hockey team too, and I think they recognize that. We've had some success against them here in our last 5, I think, and even some of the ones we lost earlier in the series. This year, I think that we're probably the better team, or at least had a chance to win, and just never come out on top, much kind of like last night. So. Right now our focus is just to kind of start playing winning habit hockey here these last 3 regular season games, and then shift our focus on Aberdeen or whoever we're playing in the first round.
All right, I'll let you go get ready. Thanks,
Ken.
Once again, that's Toros head coach Marty Murray on the challenge tonight, and moving forward, as well as clinching the playoffs for the 6th season in a row, the longest streak in the Central Division. That'll do it for the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the drop of the puck here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, this is Carson Wentz. While we have a couple seconds, I'd like to tell you why I'm a fan of Ryan Family Dealership. They know the only way to win someone's respect, to earn their business, is by meeting and exceeding their expectations. That's why I buy my vehicles here. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, you can be sure they'll go the extra mile for you. Take it from me, you're going to love buying from Ryan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place. You can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips, and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box, now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at firehousesubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Croquet, Minnesota. Toros and the Minnesota Wilderness. Approaching puck drop here, Military Appreciation Weekend. The Toros are in the traveling red sweaters, cardinal red buckets, socks, and gloves, as well black trim and breezers. Cream names and numbers on the backs for the men from Minot. For the Minnesota Wilderness, they're wearing their Military Appreciation jerseys, cream bodies, green camo arms, with a cream stripe, and the Minnesota Wilderness word mark on the chest. I thought we were ready to go, but apparently one more pregame ceremony to get out of the way. That'll give us a chance to look at the starting goaltending matchup in net. For the Minnesota Wilderness is Ryan Fanti. Fanti on the season is 16-9-1 with a .921 save percentage. And a .261 goals against average. In net for the Toros, Nick Grabko, 5-3-0. A .215 goals against average and a .930 save percentage for Grabko. Draw at center. It will be the Pavel line against the Moberg line to start. Wilderness control off the draw, and we are underway. Puck on the near side. Lund is tied up. Puck loose in the dot and eventually scooped up by Moberg. Flipped in. Toros take right back over, however, and they'll start up the near side. It's Lund. And that is whistled offside. So we have our first whistle of the evening. It comes 34 seconds in. We are interactive on the Minotauros network. You can tweet at us at Minotoro Hockey, MINOTAUROHOCKEY, or you can tweet at me personally at Ken_Oda, KEN_ODA. Wilderness control off the draw. Puck comes to the near side, and that's tipped up and out of play right off the front of the press box. Don't worry, I'm okay. We already have some fans checking in. The Mock family, the Hyatt clan, Sam Smith checking in, Aaron and Michelle Bliven, the Meckleys with Alex Adams, Andrew Kangas, and Samu Lankala once again. Near side, this is Green. Green gains the line, looks to feather one in. It's blocked off, it comes right back to him. Green drag move, shot save made. Puck just kind of rolled off Green's stick as he attempted the backhand try there. Rosenbaum gets back and breaks that up. So does Lovin. And now the puck comes to the near side wall. Rosenbaum just flicks across to Connor McGinnis. Getting had one of his better games of the season last night. Talked to Shane Wagner a little bit this afternoon, the Toros assistant coach who runs the D-men. He agreed. Some of the younger guys like Kimball and Earn and McGinnis really coming into their own here the second half of the season. Starting to shed that rookie tag. This is Foose ahead. Koss boots it, but Foose is there in support. Foose leaves off for Koss. He tries to chop it into the zone. It's poked right back out by the Wilderness though. Regula plays it across. Watson ahead for Kobina. Kobina leaves to the near side and Treble. Treble will just roll it deep. Far side, Kobina looks to leave for Watkins. Watkins spinning along the far wall. He's pinned there by O'Connell. Foose plays the body on the far wall. O'Connell tries to poke it forward. Foose is there instead and just fires it. It ends up in front. Shot save made. Grabko got hung out to dry there, as Foose mishandled that into the slot, and all alone was Moberg. Alexanders are checking in. Candace Pickard checking in as well. Betsy Foote asks if Trent Burnham is in net for the Toros. He is not. Emergency goaltender rules. He cannot play unless Grabko, who's also an emergency goaltender, is injured. So the Toros can't change goaltenders at all until Samu Lankala gets back. And even then, I believe any goaltender on the roster will still be an E-bug, so it'll just be Samu's net. Now a quick touch play doesn't go for the Wilderness. Banked it back across. This is Rosenbaum in the near corner. The Toros already trailing. Fricks blows a tire. Home fans let him hear it a little bit. Dump in by Rosenbaum was broken up by Lucia. McGinnis ahead to the near side, touched in by Lund. Lund looks to give chase down in the corner, but he'll get beat to this by Daly. They battle along the end wall. Spencer comes out with it. Spencer had that big hit on Mucha last night. Miro's nose got cut. His visor came down over his nose and gave him a cut at the bridge of his nose. That's why he was bleeding but able to stay in. This is Belial gaining the line. Belial pushed off the puck. Pavel throws in front. That's broken up. It was intended for Lund. Back to the point. Spencer Kimball. Kimball delays. Now he thinks he has a lane. That shot goes wide, and the rebound will ride the kick plate all the way down into the Toro zone. Foose back in his own corner. Another Wilderness player. This time it's Regula goes sliding. A bad knee-on-knee hit takes Foose down. He appears to be okay. Near side. Make that far side. Goats into the zone. Now he comes to the near side and Regula. Regula around ends. Looks to walk in. Shot blocked off by traffic. Bounces back to the point. Lysagor. Lysagor shot. That goes wide. Rebound scooped up by Ends. Ends pursued by a pair of Wilderness, and they take it away. This is Ends. Big collision on the far wall, but the puck squirts free, and Nolan Sawchuk starts the Toros up. His pass ahead is off the mark, and the Wilderness have it dangerously close to too many men. They all jump back in their bench and let the Toros take over. Grabko out to stop. He leaves, and it's to the near corner for Rosenbaum. Rosie looks to come across. That missed Mucha, and the Wilderness are back on the attack. McGinnis finds it and forks it around to the near side. Having trouble with it was Dahlimer. He played it back behind his own net. Toros turn it over, thrown into the slot. Dahlimer finds it. No look to turn the other way. Dolly. Rosenbaum just dumps it deep. Troy's on it first. Troy moves it around to the near side. Wilderness let it go. Rosenbaum finds it. His shot is blocked. Rosie doing well to keep that in for a moment. They dig along the wall. O'Connell couldn't keep it in, and now Truscott going the other way. He gets a right around Koss. Truscott tries a shot. McGinnis blows him up. Truscott around behind the net. Good stick by Ginn again. Denies the offensive opportunity. Wilderness still controlling the far wall. Thrown in front. Lucia bouncing puck. McGinnis finds it and flips it in behind. Dahlimer finds it and comes back across for McGinnis. Rosenbaum turns it over. Toros having trouble with an aggressive forecheck from the Wilderness. Pass ahead. It's O'Connell on the skates. Watkins takes it away. Watkins in. Shot blockered up and out of play for a whistle. 13:28 to play here in period number one. Toros trail 1-0. Bakovins and Goebbels checking in. Joanne and Darlene Sawchuk in Winnipeg. The Coonrods, Kemmets, Lakefields, Van Hoves all over at the Van Hove house. I think there's some good food there. Lots of cooks. This is spun down low. Regula turning on the far wall. Looks to drive to the front. Shot from a tough angle. Goes wide. Spencer banned on the shot. Now we'll just chip down the wall. Regula can't stop it. This is Kobina. Kobina leaves for Spencer. That's an interference play that got Talbot taken down, but he's able to find the loose puck anyways, and now we'll play off to the far side for Reisinen. Reisinen chips it deep. Lance chases after. Kobina wins the race to it. Talbot frees it up, and the puck keeps sliding along to the near side wall. Flicked ahead. It's split. Altman and Daly. Sawchuk hacks at it, and it ends up in the Wilderness bench for a whistle. The Rosenbaums checking in from Southern California. .12:41 to go here in period number one. Toros trail. Shots on goal 3-2 in favor of the Wilderness. Lysagor And steps in and takes that pass away. Tries a shot save made by Fanti. Rebound thrown wide of the cage by Lance. And the puck will carry him all the way down. I'm sorry, that was Belisle. Andre Pavel starts up ice. We talked to Pav before this one. We'll listen to that during one of the intermissions. This is broken up and comes to the near side. Banked back to the point and ends. Ends tries a shot. That goes wide. Rebound to the far side. Worth is on it. Touches ahead. Wilderness will attack. Banked out to the neutral zone. Treble's back on it. This is dumped in, and that will go for icing. .711 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Rosenbaum fires one into the glove. That was ticketed wide. Fanti gloved anyways. Lawrence's and the Wentworths checking in from back in the Magic City. So plenty of fans tuning in to see their playoff-bound Toros. One more regular season weekend next weekend at the Mesa Arena. This is Loven. His shot's blocked off into the corner. On it quickly is Green. Green trying to dangle through, but it's taken away and cleared. They wave off icing for some reason, so McGinnis will have to retreat and retrieve. Battle for it behind the Toro net. McGinnis comes out with it. Banks ahead to the far side. Mucha comes across for Green. Green dumps it in. Fanti out of his net. He's causing problems with it, and he throws it up and out of play, and that should be a penalty. It is. So the Toros will go to the power play. Delay of game called on Ryan Fanti. You can see he didn't have a plan as soon as he realized he had that puck, and there was no safe place to go with it. Toros get just their second power play of the weekend. They are 14th on the power play in the league, 18.7%. The Wilderness 14th on the kill, 78.9%. So the Toros go to the power play, 11-16. 676 seconds left to go here in period number 1. The Toros will spend the next 120 of them on the power play unless they score. Down in the corner, Pavel banks it back to the point, and Colby ends. Plays catch with Rosenbaum. Rosie drops it to the far wall, and Dollimer. Dollimer top of the umbrella. Rosenbaum gives back to Dollimer. Walks to the top of the far circle. Side of the net. Jam play doesn't go. Puck loose. And the Wilderness clear. Colby had pinched down from the point and wasn't there to hold the line. Ends. Zigzags through the neutral zone. Gains the line. Drops off for Dollimer. Dollimer looks across for Pavel. Pav drops to Rosenbaum. Quick shot blockered into the corner by Fanti. And it's cleared the length. 1:23 left on the man advantage as Grabko will leave for Dollimer. Dolly starts up ice, makes a move around 1 and then 2 in the neutral zone before chipping it deep. Spencer's on it. No, he let it roll. Not intentionally, he just couldn't reach that. This is Talbot trying to shovel it back to the point, and Foose. Foose delays, then drops down the wall, gets it right back, looks across to the far point, and Sawchuk. Sawchuk gives to Talbot. Talbot back up for Sawchuk, comes across Foose. Foose back for Sawchuk. Delays, then he'll drop down to Foose at the near side hash. Comes to Sawchuk, tries a shot, save made, rebound hacked at. Toros shovel it in, it's Dollimer. Austin Dollimer gets the Toros' first goal of the weekend, and it comes with exactly 600 seconds left here in period number 1. So Austin Dollimer finally breaks The cellophane on the Minnesota Wilderness net. It took 70 minutes of hockey, but the Toros find the twine. Toros control off the draw. D to D. Foose banks ahead. Connell banks out to neutral ice. Cross for Kimball. Kimball rings it. Green gives chase, trebles on it, hammers around to the near side. Kobina out for Regula. Kobina got rocked by Koss behind the play. This is Regula looking across, tack to tape, shot blocked. The partial block by Kimball almost caused more trouble for Grabko, but Grabber up to the task. They dig on the near side. Toros come out with it. This is Green. Green gains the red line and chips it deep. O'Connell chases after. Left in the near corner. Green played the body. The puck got through him. Ahead, bouncing puck. Fricks into the zone. Good poke check by Sawchuk. And Saw introduces him to the glass. D to D up top, Spencer. Spencer shot tip. That goes wide. Nifty tip there by Lucia. Rysanen mishandles. Now we'll have to scrum for it. He kicks it along for Sawchuk. Sawchuk gets spun off that puck awkwardly. They continue to dig behind the net. Fricks out with it. Looks back to the point, and Spencer. Spencer just chips it deep for Lucia. Back up top, Spencer. Spencer again just softly down in the corner. This time O'Connell finds it. He leaves it in behind for Sawchuk. Saw eludes pressure and then throws one ahead along the far side. It's neutral ice for Daly. Lindelof at the red line. He'll carry over the blue as well. Hits the brakes, mishandles, but he's able to chase it down and then throw down the wall. Ends played that with a high stick, and that'll lead to a draw. 8:09 left to play here in period number 1. Toros and Wilderness are even at aces. They're listening in the Sweet House back in the Magic City. Tuning in on the Toros YouTube page. So the Toros are in the playoffs. As crazy as it is, just clinching last night, mathematically, there's still a chance the Toros could move all the way up to the 2. If the Toros win out here the rest of the way, and Austin and the Wilderness struggle, the Toros could move up. They would have the tiebreakers. I'm not sure that they would have the tiebreaker with Austin. I'll have to look at a commercial break at what that season series is at. I think the Bruins would have it. So perhaps the Toros can only move up to 3. This is down the wall. Rosenbaum dumps Moberg. They continue to dig in that far corner. Toros eventually win the battle. Taylor Lance. Lance just hoists one. It ends up on net, and now pressure comes. And it forces a cover by Fanti. So it's a 200-foot punt with no return. The Toros will look to play offense now. To the left of Fanti. Pavel. Apparently that was a bad draw and a real late whistle. Pavel on the draw again. This time against Dow. Dow wins into the corner for Goats, but Pav steps in and takes it away. Pavel plays back to the point. Kimball through traffic. That is blocked off and carries to the far side. Lund works it down low for Pavel. Pavel lets it roll for Belisle. Belisle out of the corner, working a cycle with Pavel now in that far corner. Pav tied up at the hash marks by a pair, or make it a trio of Wilderness. Really don't like collective nouns for team names. There's a shot save made. In behind. This is Belial. Chips ahead for Lund. Lund chases it down. Tries to throw it in front. It's blocked off. Lund can't corral, and now the Wilderness will look to turn and burn the other way. Lucia working on Enns. Enns pokes it, but can't quite gain control. Lucia settles it back down. Looks for the trailer. That shot is blocked up. And out of play for a whistle. 6:38. Left to go here in period number 1. Toros and Wilderness even at 1 aside. They'll toss Regula from the draw, so Kobina steps in. Wins it back cleanly. Treble just dumps it down into the corner. Played back up top. Flipped wide of the cage. Enns frees that up. Sawchuk hacks it to the corner. Saw shovels it across for Enns. And he'll set up a controlled breakout behind the Toros net. 6:16, a palindrome on the clock as Enns starts up ice to the far side. Banked back ahead to the Toro red line. Regula, that looked offside. Apparently it wasn't. Toros break it up anyways, but the puck comes to the near side now. It's touched in deep by Treble. Sawchuk from around behind the Toro cage. Looks ahead. Far side, it's Mucha carries into the zone. Looks to break wide. Now he's forced to turn back. Mooch. All the way up by the blue line now. He'll turn around, throw one down into the corner for Rosenbaum. Rosie backs in behind for Green. Comes out front. Loven shot fought off by Fanti. Now Green's tied up in behind. Works it free to Loven. Loven trying to keep it moving along the wall. He's held there. 5.5 to play here in period number 1 of a tie game. This is Mucha. Miro looking to give to Loven, but Loven's leaned on by Spencer. Squirted him into the boards, and they'll dig along the wall. It squirts free. Mucha can't dig his way to the front. Puts it there for Green. They hack. It's in the back of the net. Ryan Green from Mucha. And the Toros lead 2-1. Give Miro the assist. And that will be point number 55 for Miroslav Mucha, as he continues to push the single season point standard for the Toros higher and higher. Don't know if we'll see much of Miro next weekend, depending on how the standings shake out. The Toros still haven't had a guy finish with the magic number 60 points on the season. This is carried ahead into the zone. Worth breaks wide around O'Connell, tries a shot, fought off by Grabko. It goes up and out of play. Grabko's got something sticking up on the top of his helmet. I don't know if one of the straps came unbuckled. So we'll have a short delay here. 4:41 left to play in period number 1, and the Toros lead for the first time this weekend. Grabko's got the bucket back on, but he's still got whatever that is sticking up on top. So apparently it's not vital. So we'll do it to the left of Grabko. Long shot save made by Grabko. Rebound lays loose in the slot. Hacked at, and it comes back to the Toro goaltender who covers. And the whistle goes. And Foose is going to go for a hook. Timber, the Wilderness mascot, is in the penalty box with Sam Foose. Being very polite, handing Foose the water bottle, a rag to dry his visor. This is Pav digging on the near wall. Sawchuk finds it and banks it all the way down. 4:05 left to go here in period number 1. And the Wilderness start up ice. Long shot across. That's off the mark. Taken away by the Toros and sent all the way down. Wilderness start up the far side. Lysagor up top, tacked to tape for treble. Side of the net. Now they play back to the far side half wall. Back down low for Truscott. Truscott looks to the far point. Come across for Lysagor at the near. Lysagor, high slot, treble, leaves for Lysagor. Lyle pokes at it, but the Wilderness keep it. The pass back to the point by Horn is off the mark, and it goes all the way down. Treble ahead. Through Koss, and steps into him. The puck rolls to the far side. Moorberg falls down. He's able to regain his feet, though, as there's still 15 seconds on the power play. They had the extra space. Puck kicked back to the point. Lysagor comes across. Treble. Shot blocked by Koss down into the corner. Banked ahead, but kept by Treble. He'll bank it down the wall. Near circle. Shot goes wide for Moberg. Foose is out of the box. He'll look to rejoin play. Foose ends up finding that. Can he get it and go? He cannot. And now it's out to neutral ice. Puck squirts free. Koss plays back. Pass ahead on the near side. Dahlimer. Dolly shovels it back to Sawchuk. Saw ahead for Dahlimer again. It's broken up. O'Connell steps in for a moment. Now Kobina finds loose. Puck looks to attack. Leaves off far side. Pass in the middle. One too many, I think, for the Wilderness there. This is Dahlimer back on the attack. He'll chip and chase on the far side, looking to gather it in behind the net. He does. He rolls it along the far wall. Watkins is there. Tries to chip past Rysonen. It doesn't work. Thrown back down the wall. The Wilderness find again, and it's kicked out to neutral ice where Rosenbaum takes over. This is Foose. Foo looks across. He finds Talbot, and Talbot dumps it down into the near corner. Rysonen pokes at it, but it's moved along the near wall for Kobina. Kobina looks into the middle. Turned over. Can Lance find it? He can. He looks to center. It's blocked off and it ends up behind. It rides the kick plate to the near side. Played back to the point. It never got there to Foose. Kobina gets rocked by Talbot. Worth forced to turn at the Toro blue line. He'll circle back and start up the middle. There's 5 Toros stacked up there, so again he'll turn back. Dumped in. It'll roll all the way behind. Grabko's net. He'll stop it. 69 seconds left to play here in the period. An awkward carom off a stanchion comes right to Foose. He plays off to the far wall. Banked ahead. Wilderness take over. Talbot looks to step in. Worth takes it instead and plays back to his own blue line. Banked ahead to the Toro blue line. Talbot finds it there. Looks to start up ice. Gains the red line and chips it deep. Toros will peel off and change. Mucha up on the pressure, but the puck comes to the near side, and Lucia will work on Kimball. No, he won't. Instead, he'll kick it down in the far side corner. Worked ahead. Mucha touches for Loven. Loven looks to chip and chase, but Goetz is there. And that was a premature whistle on the offside, but 29.6 left to go in period number 1. Toros lead 2-1. Goals from Dahlimer and Green for the Toros. The Schulers have joined the party at the Van Hoves. Love to see Toro hockey bringing people together. This is banked ahead on the near side. Horn into the zone. 22 seconds left as he looks to center. Moberg puts it off the outside of the cage. Altman fell on top of the puck. What do we got? Is that whistled a hand pass? They're bringing the draw out to neutral ice. Shots on goal, 11-10. Toros lead. They lead by 1 on shots in goal as well, 2-1. 15.4 seconds left to play here in period number 1. As you could say, a quarter of a minute left as the puck is dropped. This is Enns ahead. Pav fires one into the glove from neutral zone. Lundell dig for it in the corner. Pavel finds it, looks to spin it to the front, but the horn sounds to end it. We're through 20. Toros lead 2-1. We'll come back and take you through all the math after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place. You can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Taros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Welcome back inside the Northwoods Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Once again, I'm Ken Oda, and joining me now is Toros assistant coach Shane Wagner. Wags, other than one real bad turnover, another solid road period for the Toros.
Yeah, things are clicking. They're doing what they need to, and that's kind of what we ask is we got to start ramping up for playoff hockey, getting pucks deep, good line changes, winning battles on the blue lines, and they did it. I mean, other than, kind of a bad bounce off the boards, bad bounce off the net, and ends up on a stick. It was fairly pretty consistent period.
We talk about getting ready for the playoffs. There's still a very small chance that the Toros could end up as high as the 2 seed, but it looks at this point to be pretty unlikely based on matchups. I can't imagine the Wilderness gets swept by Brookings next weekend, and I can't imagine Bismarck sweeps Austin either. So realistically, a pretty good chance we're locked into the 4 seed here. So what is the message to the group over tonight's game and next weekend too against Aberdeen when on paper at least there isn't a ton to play for?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now it's we want to play like playoff hockey. We want to get ready for it. Obviously it's nice to get that monkey off our back and kind of really earn that playoff spot. But now it's just playing consistent and playing team hockey, not trying to be selfish, but just playing your shift, playing your role.
This This game, or this weekend so far, I thought last night 36 shots on goal, a strong overall effort from the group, just couldn't get one past Seibel. And now tonight you're able to get two past Fanti. It just, I was talking a little bit to Tim Madsen, the head coach of the Wilderness, before this one, that sometimes hockey's just a funny game where the team that deserves to win doesn't. As a coach, what do you say to the guys last night in the room after that one?
Pretty much you have to be able to shake it off, play every game one at a time, even though it's cliche. Like, we can't do anything about last night. We can only focus on tonight. Got to bear down a little bit more. Seibel played an unbelievable game last night, took it from us, and now we just got to, I was glad to see it, 2 goals in tight, which we didn't have last night. And that's where we're going to score our goals, and if we're not solid there, we're not going to put it on the board.
And not to put you on the spot, but how much of those goals in tight do just come down to luck and getting the right bounce?
A lot, but the way I say it is if you're moving your feet and you're working your tail off, good things happen, and luck seems to be on your side. If you're sitting back kind of waiting for luck to happen, it doesn't usually come, so you got to go and you got to create your own luck.
A lot of young defensemen for the Toros this year. Connor McGinnis, Spencer Kimball, Lincoln Earn. The 3 of them kind of rotate and take turns sitting out. Talk about the growth of those 2 players just over the course of now almost a full season of junior hockey.
Yeah, definitely. Especially Connor's been kind of, going through his path. Started off hot, maybe had a little kind of fluctuation kind of mid-season, but now he's starting to get his confidence back. And it's tough for these young D. They probably played 30-some games last year at the top of their game. Now they're at 60. And it might be 2-3 weekends where they're struggling. They got to learn their confidence and keep developing and keep working, and especially when we have 7 quality D. Lincoln's out tonight, and I definitely think he played well last night. It's just getting Spencer and getting his reps that he deserves.
All right, well, we'll let you go. Get ready for period number 2. Thanks for coming up and taking a minute to talk to us.
Thanks, Sean.
Once again, that's Toros assistant coach Shane Wagner. We'll take a commercial break here. When we come back, we'll take you through all the numbers on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat it at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri. I love Firehouse Subs because you can feed your whole crew and help your community thanks to Firehouse Subs Catering. If you're planning a tailgate, an office holiday party, or anything in between, Firehouse Subs has crowd-pleasing platters starting at just $5 per person. They'll even deliver to you. And of course, you'll be helping your community because a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders in our communities. The more subs folks enjoy, the more Firehouse Subs is able to help save lives.
Firehouse Subs Catering. Choose from sub, salad, or dessert platters for your next group gathering. Platters start at just $5 a person. Visit firehousesubs.com to find a location near you. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit firehousesubs.com.
You're gonna love Fire from Ryan. Hi, this is Carson Wentz. While we have a couple seconds, I'd like to tell you why I'm a fan of Ryan Family Dealership. They know the only way to win someone's respect, to earn their business, is by meeting and exceeding their expectations. That's why I buy my vehicles here. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, you can be sure they'll go the extra mile for you. Take it from me, you're going to love buying from Ryan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena. You've got the Minotauros Network AM 1390 KRRZ back in the Magic City, Hockey TV, and GoToros.com worldwide. Gooseneck Implement intermission report. First intermission, Toros out shooting the Wilderness by a margin of 11-10. Outscoring them by 1 as well, 2-1. We'll recap all of it for you. Isaac Moberg unassisted at 2:21 of the first, gave the Wilderness an early lead. Sam Foose tried to ring it. It took an awkward bounce off the door in behind the Toros net, came right off the side of the net and then onto the tape of Moberg, who was able to rifle it past Nick Grabko to make it 1-0 Minnesota, just 2:21 in. But then 600 seconds into the period, Austin Dollimer, his 11th of the season, Sam Foose and Andre Pavel with the assists that came on the power play, and it drew the Toros even. Then, at 14:52, a goal they've credited right now to Miroslav Mucha. It would be his 31st of the year, but I don't believe it's Mooch's goal. I believe it'll go to Ryan Green. Assisted by Mooch and Loven. Made it 2-1 in favor of the Toros, which is where we stand now. Grabko 9 of 10 saves. Fanti 9 of 11 required of him. Looking around the rest of the league, the Springfield Junior Blues 1-0 over the Minnesota Magicians as they start period number 3 in the capital of the land of Lincoln. New Jersey 4-0 over Wilkes-Barre. That one is mid-second out east. Also mid-second in the east, it's Philly 2, Northeast 1. Janesville up 1-0 on Austin with 20 minutes to play in period number 2. Start of the second in Brookings. It's the Blizzard 1, the Cooley Region Chill 0. Odessa and Corpus, they're scoreless as they start period number 2. End of 1 in Shreveport. It's the Brahmas and the Mudbugs at zeros. Amarillo a 3-1 lead on Topeka through 20 minutes. And of course, not yet underway in Fairbanks, Alaska. It's the Brown Bears and the Ice Dogs. Looking at the rest of the hockey world. Start with the ECHL. We'll take a look to see if Toro alum have gotten in there. 6-2, the Thunder over the Royals. Admirals over they're even with the Wings at 1-1. Florida 3-1 over Atlanta. Orlando.
You have a secret weapon inside you.
Whoa.
Guts.
Autoplay ads on the ECHL scoreboard. Sorry about that. Wheeling leads Manchester 2-1. The Railers over the Beast 3-0. Jacksonville over the Stingrays 1-0. The Indy Fuel 4-0 over Fort Wayne. Toledo and Cincinnati are aces. Utah and Idaho is not yet underway. Looking in the AHL, see if Scott Dornbrock's gotten in for the San Antonio Rampage or if Merrick Madsen is in net for Tucson. Tucson tied 2-2 with the Iowa Wild. And Merrick Madsen not in net for the Roadrunners. Jumping down to San Antonio and Stockton. See if Dorney has cracked the lineup for the Rampage. It looks like he has not. So, right now, Brandon Wildung remains the only of the 3 Toros to sign their professional contracts this month to see game action. Looking at the NHL scoreboard. The Jets 3-1 over the Leafs with 20 minutes to play in Canada. 4-1 the Devils over the Islanders. That's through 2. End of 2 in Pittsburgh, where the Penguins lead the Canadiens 3-2. Rangers 2-0 over the Hurricanes through 2. End of 1. It's the Preds 2. The Sabres 1. Stars over the Wild 1-0 through 20 minutes. In Dallas, not yet underway. Blues at Yotes, Oilers at Flames, Sharks at Knights. Game's already final. 5-1 Bruins over the Panthers. 2-0 Wings over the Senators. And it took overtime, but 5-4 the Canucks over the Blue Jackets. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Toros forward Andre Pavel on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place, you can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town, arrange a meeting for up to 30 people, and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your local's farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back inside the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report at the Northwoods Credit Union Arena. Toros lead the Wilderness 2-1 through 20 minutes, and we'll bump Andre Pavel's interview to the next intermission and take a minute to talk to the voice of the Wilderness, Marty Hill. Marty, welcome in.
You're actually going to bump one of your own players for the opposition announcer. I'm honored, Ken. Thanks so much.
It's fun to have guys from around the division in and just get sort of an outsider's perspective on the Toros, as well as, now with the playoff picture pretty much set, it should be an interesting spring here in the Central Division.
It definitely is. We've seen, this has been one of those seasons where it's like I know it's been up and down for you guys.
It certainly has been, yes.
And with your goaltending situation, there's been just a ton of drama. I'm just amazed to see what the success you've had over the last few weeks with this newcomer coming in like this.
Yes, Grabko called in an emergency, and he's played out of his mind. I think a 930-something save percentage since he rejoined the team.
And what a division we have here, because when you look at the way this season panned out, you had Brookings came out with a hot start.
Yes.
They were sitting on top for a little while. And then
they're going to finish in last.
Amazing, and then you had Austin had a huge run. And then we had a pretty nice run at the very beginning of this calendar year. We were in first place for like a day.
Yeah.
And then everything kind of turned back, and Aberdeen kind of took over, and they haven't really looked back since.
It certainly has been weird. And you look at us, we hadn't lost more than 4 in a row all year, and we hadn't won more than 3 in a row all year until this 6-game winning streak, which just ended a couple weeks ago. So we were the only team that was just kind of plodding along as a 500 team the entire way, and got hot at the right time and saved our season.
Yeah, and it's you always look for those little moments where you can kind of go on. And I totally forgot, Bismarck had a good little streak for a little while too when they went up to Alaska and were one of the few teams to hand the Fairbanks Ice Dogs a victory or a loss for a little while there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what these playoffs can happen, because we saw what happened last year.
Yes.
When unfortunately you guys had to be a victim of it, but Aberdeen ended up advancing, and very few when they first saw the season start that they were going to move on to the Robertson Cup.
Certainly not. Yeah, they got out of the division overall. But anyways, it looks like
we're
coming back out, so I'm going to let you go get back and do your thing. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks for having me, Ken.
Once again, that's Marty Hill, the play-by-play voice of the Minnesota Wilderness. And we ran a little long. We ran right up into period number 2, so that'll do it for the Gooseneck Implement intermission report. Teams came out actually with 2 minutes left on the intermission clock, so wasn't so much that we ran long. They decided to come out and play hockey a little early. That's okay, though. We'll just keep it right here and start period number 2. Toros now working from right to left on your radio dial or computer monitor, depending on how you're tuned into the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRZ on your radio dial, hockeytv.com, or GoToros/listen-live via the World Wide Web. Wilderness control off the draw. Goats plays ahead for Horn, who dumps it into the Toro zone. We are skating 5-a-side. No carryover power plays from period number 1 as that's broken up. Kept at the point, though. Goats drops down low. Linda Lowe looks from a tough angle. Save made. Rebound given to the far side. Lund finds Pavel. Pavel carries into the zone. Gains the line on the far side. Rolls it deep. Pav spins to the far side. It's blocked off. It comes back to him in behind. He tries to flip it over the net, but it's gloved down instead and pushed ahead by Moberg. Moberg dumps it into the Toro zone. Back on it is Connor McGinnis. Big puddle in behind the Toro's net. Hopefully that doesn't cause any trouble for Toro defensemen. This is Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum, he gets taken down, apparently cleanly. Either way, Pavel has it now, and he rolls it into the attacking zone. Troy and Pav chase after it. So we've played 60 seconds of hockey without a whistle. Down into the corner for Pavel. Mucha finds it. Miro working in the corner. Walks off the wall, gets tripped down, and the Toros will go to the power play on the touch. The whistle goes. 18:45 left to go in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1 and go to the power play already 1-for-1 on the Gooseneck Implement power play. Lovin, Lund, Mucha, Sawchuk, and Foose. The quintet out for the Toros. This is Sawchuk. For Foose, comes back to Sawchuk at the near point, drops down low for Lund. Lund from the near hash marks, plays up top Sawchuk. Sawchuk looks across for Foose. Foose trades places with Mucha, and Miro from the high slot His shot hits a leg and caroms into the corner. Lund pressure prevents a clear, and second try goes all the way down. This is Sawchuk. Saw starts up ice. Drops a pass for Lund. Keenan Lund knifes through neutral ice and gains the line. Leaves off to the far side. Mucha. Miro lost the handle. It ends up in behind the net. He finds it. Comes up top. Sawchuk. Shot on. Save made by Fanti. Wilderness defender had lost a stick. Toros weren't able to capitalize. 17:57 left to go in period number 2. 1:12 left on the man advantage. Toros lead 2-1. Pav flanked by Talbot and Dahlimer in front of Rosenbaum and Enns. Out for the second shift of the power play for the Toros. Toros control the draw. Rosenbaum just chips down the wall. It's blocked off and sent all the way down. Grabko couldn't stop that. Enns able to retreat and retrieve. He leaves for Rosenbaum. Rosie tries the far side and Dahlimer. Dahlimer has time and space on the far wall. He gains the line. Speeds all the way down to the hash marks and then rings around to the near side and Talbot. Talbot alertly catches a strange carom off the sideboards and then plays back to the point in Rosenbaum. Rosie back to Talbot. Talbot top of the near circle, drops below the goal line for Dahlimer. Dahlimer back up top for Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum looking for a lane, doesn't have one, leaves for Enns. Enns hammers, that one goes up and over, comes to the side of the net, they hack, still loose. And the whistle goes. That puck was nowhere near Fanti, but Talbot was dragging it along the bottom of the net. I could see where the official would be unable to see it from his position on the other side of the ice. Lovin on the draw to the right of Fanti against Kobina. Lovin wins it cleanly back. Sawchuk across for Foose. Foose, shot save made. Lovin couldn't find it. Sawchuk does. Saw leaves for Foose. Foose back for Sawchuk. Sawchuk and Foose continue to play catch. Now Foose carries down, leaves for Mucha. Miro comes across for Sawchuk. Saw, shot save made. Rebound loose. Toros can't find it. There was a lot of open net on that back side of the play. The Toros couldn't quite get a stick on it. Just 5 seconds left on the man advantage as Sawchuk touches ahead for Lund. Lund tries to cut into the zone, but he lost the handle, and they almost hit Worth coming out of the penalty box. Fortunately for the Toros, the young man stumbled. Far side, Foose wins a battle and then chops ahead. He missed Lovin, but Lund will find this on the near side. Keenan Lund leaves for Mucha. Miro spun off the puck. He manages to keep possession with his feet and then play down the wall. Lovin couldn't find it. Lund couldn't either, and the Wilderness throw to the near side. McGinnis kept it. Rung that around the glass. Lovin able to block it down, but he couldn't corral. Now he does. Lovin spins off, gives for Mucha. Miro fans on it. Now a backhand try. Blocker save into the corner. The changeup almost fooled Fanti. McGinnis kept it down the wall, and that's a hand pass on the whistle. .961 seconds left here in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1. Off the draw, McGinnis hammers it into the zone. Koss stops it on the far side. He couldn't quite hold on to it, though. The Toros have to regroup in neutral. Koss plays the body. Wilderness take it away. It's ahead for Lance. Lance gets a pick from Austin Koss. That may have been interference, but it's dumped into the offensive zone. Rysanen back to McGinnis. McGinnis walks the line, tries a shot. It's blocked. Comes right back to McGinnis. McGinnis tries another one. This one saved by Fanti. Lance having trouble in behind. He finally does settle it down. Taylor Lance trying to walk out of the corner. Lost the handle. Rysanen's there. Works it for Lance. Lance in front for Koss. Shot save made. Rebound given into the slot. No one there for the Toros. Chipped around Rosenbaum. Lindelof forced to turn. Nicely defended by Rosie. Now a shot on from distance is easily gobbled up and held for a whistle. 15:11 left to go in period number 2. You can call it 911 seconds if you'd like. The Bauers are checking in from Mexico. Lots of international travel from Toro fans. We had the Urns in Italy last night, I believe. Wilderness control off the draw. Shot hits a leg and caroms into the near side corner. Ryan Green pokes that ahead, giving chases O'Connell, but to the far side. It's the Wilderness who control. Lucia stepped into by Green, but it's ahead. Truscott leaves for Fricks. Fricks leaves back into the middle, but it's off the mark. O'Connell finds it. Spun off of his stick. He's able to get it back and flicks to the far side. Dahlemer. He missed Kimball. Broken up. And Kimball has it. Works it ahead to Green. Green looks in the middle for O'Connell. O'Connell couldn't settle it down. Green does. Green tries a shot. It's blocked off wide. Wilderness take over. Fricks on the near side. Gloves down to the stick. Hoists one out to neutral. Good stick by Foose at his own blue line. Breaks that up, but Fricks is there in support. Lost the handle, and again it's onto Foose's tape. Foose gives to Kimball. Kimball ahead for Green. Green lost it in the skates of Regula. It's turned over to Horn. Horn from the slot. Shot gloved and held by Grabko for a whistle. 14:10 left to play here in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1, are out shooting the Wilderness 17-13. Take a moment to remind you the Toros annual awards banquet is this Wednesday night, this year put on by the Minotauros Booster Club at the Grand Hotel. Tickets are available on the Minotauros Booster Club page. They're selling quickly. Get yours before they're sold out. It is open to all fans. It is a banquet and silent auction this year. Lots of cool items as Belial blocks this shot and looks to chase it down in the near corner. Fritz Belial. But a lot of unique Toros items, as well as some non-Toro items for sports fans and non-sports fans. Some cool things from the Minnesota Vikings, the Minnesota Wild, the Minnesota Twins, as well as donations from local businesses as well. Big hit by by Belial, I should say. Pav can't stop that. Belial can. He banks it to the near side. Sawchuk down the wall right on Lindelow's hip. Forces him to turn back towards his own net. Lindelof up ice. Pav pokes it free. Lindelof settles it back down. Now he cuts in the middle. Shot goes wide. Rebound to the near side. Toros have time if they hurry. Well, that seems like a contradiction. I probably could have worded that better. If he has time, he doesn't need to hurry. We'll try to be better over the final 33 minutes of this one. Dumped in, and it goes up and out of play for a whistle. .783 seconds left in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1. Draw to the left of Fanti. Lovin, Green, and Mucha in front of McGinnis and Rosenbaum for the offensive zone draw. Mucha tied up on the far wall. They hack and whack at the puck, and finally it squirts out to neutral ice, but Green steps in and takes it away. McGinnis forced back. He'll bank across for Rosenbaum. Rosie forced to turn. He comes back across for McGinnis. McGinnis gives it up for Mucha. Again, hit hard behind the play. Appears to be okay, though, as Mooch can't cut through the defense. He plays over to Lovin in the near corner. Lovin gives for Green. Green trying to go back to Lovin. Only had one hand on his stick due to the pressure from Daly. Quick shot that's gloved and held for a whistle by Grabko. 12:22. I couldn't let one more second go off the clock. Draw to the right of Grabko. Lance and Regula to take it. Lance hacks that forward. That was planned. He went over and talked to Talbot and Rysanen just before that puck was dropped. Now it's across for Altman. Altman can't corral it, though, and it's glass and out for the Toros. Bouncing puck, treble, glove down by Regula. Taken away by Rysanen and Lance. Taken right back by Troy, however, and he'll make across the far side. Long toss ahead, finds Regula. Regula gains the line, hits the brakes, looks into the middle. That's off the mark. Lance touches out for Reisanen. 3-on-2 if the Toros hurry. Reisanen leaves for Talbot. Talbot shot. That goes wide. Rebound. Rides the kick plate to the far side. Lindelof forced to hit the brakes by Lance. Gives it up, and now it's hacked in by Reisanen. The Toros will peel off to complete a change. 11:33 left to go in period number 2. Sawchuk steps up and breaks that up, and now O'Connell gloves down to the stick. O'Connell leaves down into the corner for Dollimer. Dollimer pinned there. Dolly gives for Koss. Puck squirts free. Dollimer can't settle it down. He shoulders off Lindelof, though. Treble having trouble with Dollimer now. They continue to battle, but it squirts to the far side, and Kobina. Kobina starts up the far boards, looks into the middle. Good stick by Colbiens. Breaks that up, but he couldn't find possession. Moberg does. He'll roll it deep, and it's the Wilderness turn to change. 660 seconds left to go here in period number 2 as Koss touches that into the zone. Dollimer gives chase. Leitzegor beats him to it, however, and Goats will gather on the far side. Play across. It comes back to the near and Worth. Worth carries over the red and the blue. Crisscrosses with Watkins as they gain the line. Worth, however, has it taken right off his stick by Connor McGinnis. His pass ahead is stuck out of midair by Watkins. Again, finds it, gloves down to the stick, plays ahead Belisle. Belisle finds Lund, and Lund gains the zone on the far side. Now he looks to feather one in for a shot for Rosenbaum. That's fought off by Fanti, and the rebound comes around to the near side. Toros have a defenseman 200 feet up ice, but McGinnis is there at his own blue line to play one ahead. Broken up. It was intended for Pavel. Batted out of midair. Lund finds it and gains the line on the far side again. Lund drags, shot, save made, rebound. And a quick whistle as Fanti was trying to cover that. And he put it 5-hole on himself. Fortunately, it went wide to the cage, or it would have been a very controversial whistle. 614 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1 in goals, 18-14 in shots, and 1,000-1 in style points. Just the best dressed team in the division. This is Spencer. Though I suppose I'm biased as I designed the jerseys. This is dumped in to the Toro zone on that far corner. Lovin battles on the far wall. Backhand try, blocked off. Follow-ups, fought off by Grabko. What looked like a golden opportunity for Daly. Grabko just shut it down. Taken away by Lovin. Lovin shovels across for Green. Green gains the line, walks in, wires, save made, rebound loose. Lovin can't pull the trigger as he was hooked, tries to throw it in front. Nothing doing, and the Wilderness take over. Chipped out to neutral ice. Lucia working on Sawchuk. That goes poorly for him. Just kicks it over to the near wall, and Altman rings it around to the far side. Kobina's there. Green steps into him, but it's back to the point. Treble walks to the middle. Shot. That goes wide. Rebound to the near side. Goats carries down below the goal line. The defenseman in deep. Tries a shot from a tough angle. Follow-up try. Save made by Grabko, and now he's able to dive and cover. Hungry Hippo style with 8:59 left to go in period number 2. And it's still 2-1 Toros after that net mouth scrum. Toro fans, the final regular season home games are next weekend as the Aberdeen Wings come to Minot. The Toros home jerseys will be auctioned off throughout the game on Saturday night in the Minot Area Community Foundation Room. It's a silent auction. There will also be a special USA jersey. The Olympic jerseys the Toros wore in February. We'll have one of those signed by a former U.S. Olympian. That will be on auction, as well as some other things in the Minot Area Community Foundation Room, as well as the Toros game-worn home jerseys from this year. So you'll be able to bid and take home your favorite player's game jersey after the season ends, because it's final regular season home games next weekend, but we'll still need those jerseys for at least a few weeks. Hopefully we'll need them all the way through the middle of May. 8:59 left to go here in period number 2. Shots on goal, 19-17 in favor of the Toros, who lead 2-1. Draw to the right of Grabko in the Toro zone. Gathered in by Sawchuk. He looks to leave it for Colby Enns, but it's taken away behind the net. Comes out front. Shot blocked by Enns. Ends hauled down. He's able to work it ahead for Talbot, who gives to Reisinen, who chips it into the near side corner. Talbs working out of the corner, gets help from Reisinen. Reisinen trying to bank back to the point, but it's taken away. Bodies at the floor, and Goetz is ahead. He leaves off for the far side. Kobina, and that is offside on the whistle. 8:35 left to play here in period number 2. Toros lead 2-1. Draw in neutral ice. Toros control. Toss across. Koss will look to chase it down in the corner. Dahlemer finds it. Dolly hauled down. He's sitting on the puck. Whistle doesn't go. It finally squirts free, and McGinnis just got a good shot on Horn. Moberg's in, though. Shot broken up by the Toros defense. And now it's Dahlemer who will look to turn up the near side. Plays ahead for Rosenbaum. The Toros defenseman leads into the zone. Shot. Save made. Fanti had no idea where it is. He's looking in behind him. It's underneath. .756 left to go in period number 2. Wilderness control off the draw in their own zone. It's ahead. Rung in by Foose. Lund gives chase on the far side, but trebles there first. Pav steps into him. Puck squirts free. Pav looking to chase it down behind the net. Definitely got away with a hold there on Watkins. Far side they dig. Lund trying to work it free for Pav. Now Pav gets taken down. And it'll be a hold. Who's it on? It's on Watkins. 7:25 left to go in period number 2. Toros go to the power play for the 3rd time this evening. Angela Holman checking in. Says it looks like a nice rink here. It is. And that's the best concessions outside of the Mesa in the division. I don't know if you can see on Hockey TV occasionally when the puck goes to the end that is currently the Wilderness zone. The concession stand back there. Big flames coming up off that grill. Quality burgers here. It's really, for me, that's what it's all about when we travel. Quick shot on, save made. Lovin pokes it to the far side. Mooch plays it back to the point and Foose. Foose comes across for Sawchuk. Back for Foose. Foose will leave for Muha. Across for Sawchuk. Walks in. Wires. Blocker save. Pops up high in the air. Spencer tried to throw it into the corner. Lund is there. Lovin as well. Lovin rings it to the far side. It'll get to Foose at the far point. 1:30 left on the man advantage. Lund at the near side hash marks. Back up top. Sawchuk gives to Foose. Foose for Sawchuk. Walks in. Now Mooch. Shot, save made, rebound given, but Spencer's on it. Brings it to the far side, and Foose can't quite stop. 6:36, a palindrome on the clock as the Toros retrieve in their own zone. 1:07 as Saw turns back behind his own net on the power play. Sawchuk speeds up ice, cuts through in the neutral zone. He's forced to turn. That almost puts his mates offside, but Lovin did well to get the foot down. Talbot digs it out on the wall. Plays across to the far side, ends. Working. His pass takes Sawchuk out of the zone. Dahlemer for Pavel. Pavel rings it around to the near side and Talbot. Talbot delays, looking for a relief valve. He finds Enns. Enns fakes a shot. Then comes up top Rosenbaum. Rosie leaves for Dahlemer. Dahlemer back up top Rosie. Rosie touches the far side and Enns back for Rosie. Thought about it. Now he comes across Dahlemer. One-timer. Save made. And the rebound is cleared. Grabko out of his net to stop. He'll set up the breakout for the Toros. Dollimer comes across to the near side and ends, catches a carom off the wall, but Trescott takes it away and banks it ahead. Just as the Watkins penalty expires, the Toros fall 1 for 3 on the Gooseneck implement power play. And with 5:20 to play here in period number 2, we'll skate 5 aside once again. This is Spencer Kimball ahead for Koss. He fails to stop it and apparently didn't touch either. They wave off icing though. Green off the wall, lost the handle. Kimball tacked to tape. Throws down to Lance, who gloves the stick. Lance, shot, save made. Rebound at the side of the net under a sliding Wilderness player. Toros can't dig it out. Worth has it on the near side half wall. Gets rocked by Koss. Green has it up by the blue line. Plays down the wall for Koss. Koss using his body to protect. Works it down low. He missed Lance. It'll roll to the far side. Spencer plays ahead for Dow. Green has him in his sights, but the puck's ahead. Troy dumps it in. It'll roll in behind the Toro net for Spencer Kimball. 4:34, a palindrome on the clock as the Toros start up ice on the near side. Kimball for Koss. Koss, toss across. Into the far corner. Toros were mid-change. There was no one to chase after it. It was a very slowly developing change for the Toros as well. But Lindelow's forced to turn by O'Connell, and they'll look over to the far side. Lysagor comes back to Goetz, and Goetz will start up the middle of the ice for the Wilderness. Plays it ahead. Horn working on Foose. Foose buries him into the wall, and now O'Connell steps into Lindelow. Pushing and shoving. Horn didn't like that from Foo. Up top, Lysagor. Shot save made by Grabko as he went side to side, and Reisman chops that ahead, but not out as Goetz kept it. Goetz looks across. Shot coming from the point, blockered away, rebounding behind. With speed, Lucia looking for Fricks coming fresh on a change. The Toros did well to pick him up. Truscott looking to cut to the front. Shot save made. Rebound side of the net, tucked home. And the Wilderness draw even. It was Fricks. Draw is in neutral ice. Pavel and Regula. Regula wins it back. Goetz rings it in. Pav's back on it. Swept along to the near side. Sawchuk keeps it moving. This is Ems looking to the far side. Kept in by Treble. 3:08 left to go here in period number 2. Pavel can't clear on the far wall. It's dropped down low. Pav can't get it and go, and now we'll just flick it to the far side. Pavel finds it. Ahead for Lund. Lund off the wall. He'll just skate this out. Keenan Lund gains the line. Cuts the middle. Shot save made. No rebound given. And then Pav gets himself into some trouble. Trying not to crash into the goaltender. He put himself into the post. Hopefully Pavel's okay. 2:41 left to go in period number 2. Shots on goal 24-20 in favor of the Toros, but we're all even at deuces. Lovin and Truscott on the draw. Glass and out for the Wilderness, though, and Fricks gains the line. Looks to center. Good stick by McGinnis, and then he's able to poke it forward for Green. Toros look to attack quickly. Green gains the line on the far side. Looks to speed into the zone. Spencer able to take it away, though. Truscott hoists one ahead. McGinnis gloves down to the stick. Again, rings that around on the boards. Far side, Lovin touches. One-time shot. Save made. Rebound was given. I don't know that that's exactly what Fanti wanted to do. This is Green set up behind. Instead he comes up top. McGinnis tries a shot that goes wide. Far side. Rosenbaum down the wall. Keeps it alive. Rosie Lost the handle, though, and the Toros are going to have to fight for it. Look out! That one came up over the glass, and there were some children sitting there not watching the game. And they almost needed a lot of dental work. Shots on goal, 25-20 in the Toros' favor. 1:51, a palindrome on the clock as we approach the second Gooseneck Implement intermission report. Toros win the draw. Foos' shot's blocked. Reisenen finds it, hacks it forward. Foos trying to keep it, but Lucia battles it out to neutral ice. Truscott walled off by Reisenen, and the puck rolls into the Toros zone where Kimball takes over. His pass ahead is off the mark. That gets through Troy, though, so there'll be no icing. Reisenen up on the pressure. Far side, Dow looks to turn away from Lance. Lance got away with a trip there. Played to the far side, Dow flicks one out to neutral ice, taken over by Kimball. Far side ahead. Broken up by O'Connell only for a minute, and now Watkins will speed up the far side, watched by Enns. Watkins hits the brakes, looks into the middle for Worth. Worth, drag move, takes himself into the corner. And this is Troy with a shot that's blocked off by O'Connell. Final minute to play in the second period. They dig in the near corner. O'Connell tries to kick it along for Sawchuk. Sawchuk has trouble, but the Toros take it back. Hoisted ahead. Dahlimer trying to work it to O'Connell, but a sliding Troy prevented that. Dahlimer takes this away in the corner, though. Koss steps in and takes it away from him, and then Koss gets boarded, and the Toros will go to the power play when the Wilderness touch. Toros trying to prevent that from happening, though. Final 25 seconds. Ends with a long shot save made, and on the touch, the whistle goes. 19.2 left to go in the period. So if the Toros don't score before the horn, they'll have roughly a minute 41 of carryover power play time. Tom Jerome checking in. Cole O'Connell's uncle. Cole O'Connell wearing number 23, the first of the two Toros who are tendered for next season that were allowed to join the team. Brian Adams will join the club finally next weekend. We've seen Adams. He joined the Toros for one weekend earlier in the year as an AP player before he had signed his tender. Both are eligible for the playoffs. This is ahead. Foos gets spun down. Loven at the blue line. Plays in the middle. Muha shot as the horn sounds. It's gobbled up by Fanti for a whistle. A palindrome. A minute 41 will carry over for the Toros on the power play into period number 3 of a tie game. We'll tell you all about it after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All in one place. You can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota. Toros and Wilderness tied at 2 aside. Toros will have a minute 41 of power play time after the intermission. Joining me now, Toros assistant general manager and filling in, not really filling in, just joining the group on the bench this weekend, Chris Lonke. Chris, what's it like down on the bench this weekend?
It's fun. I mean, anytime I can do that, I love doing it. That's what I am. Really, I'm a coach at heart, so I like to be in the mix when I can.
You know, I know Marty's probably running the forwards. Shane's running the D. As the third guy on the bench, it kind of frees you up to talk to people as you see things, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I do. I try to find little things to do and then, just help with, if we're coming off power play or penalty kill, what we're thinking next and kind of maybe just kind of study what the other bench is doing in case we want to get a matchup and, help Marty get that lined up or Wags.
We talked last night a little bit about the relationship you have with a lot of these guys before they come to town. Does that help you when you're down on the bench and maybe these guys a little bit longer than even the Toros coaching staff does?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so, and I think that's what Marty and I talk about Wags. That's why, I think we all like to be around the guys because we can bring those different things, especially from recruiting them from day one.
You talk about matchups, and I think one of the biggest things I've noticed over this last few weeks with the win streak is the matchup advantage that the Pavel line has been giving the Toros coaching staff. I mean, just talk about having a shutdown line that not only shuts down other leading scorers, but has been producing offense on their own.
Yeah, we used the Austin series for that with obviously Colton Butel and said, hey, we talked going into that weekend. Let's try this and see. I think this is the line, and obviously you saw the results. There's a lot of frustration and did that. With Austin, this line they switched it right away. They had the Ward and Worth and Dow together, lots of speed, but they switched that up because I think we got Pavel line out against them a couple times, and they knew that wasn't going to work. So we like that.
It's interesting that line has become so good that it's now forcing other teams to change up their lines to avoid it.
Yeah, I think so. And we know when we get our full lineup, too, we have to have other lines going to do the same thing because we won't always get last change. But I think we're going to try to identify, especially when we have last change. The Pavel line has embraced that and the way they work. I mean, they got more offense. Usually they're getting more offense, not only shutting them down, but they're getting more offense out of that matchup as well.
Looking ahead, a couple of new Toros able to join the roster for the playoff run with that rule change that started last year. Cole O'Connell and Brian Adams. We've seen Brian Adams, and now we've seen Cole the last few games, but you're the guy behind finding these players, and tell us a little bit about what we can expect and what they might be able to add to the team as the playoffs progress.
Yeah, I mean, Cole's been up there practicing. He's getting used to junior hockey. He's a very smart player, comes from a very good program that's well coached in Moorhead Spuds. And, you can see him figuring it out here. He's definitely got the pace, just figuring out the defensive side of it. Playing in the middle at the next level, as you go up a level, it's difficult. Center is difficult, but I like the progression I see. We're hopeful to see Brian Adams next week. That's the plan. We've been working on that the last 48 hours here. Hopefully we'll see him and then hopefully manage that into some playoff appearances too.
Now, aside from that, next weekend, depending on how the standings play out, might we see some additional AP players in town, and what can we be looking forward to there?
Yeah, that's what we're working on right now. So Kevin Ness, I've been in contact with. I think he's going to come to town next week for sure, out of Colorado.
That's a name that might be familiar to Toro fans as he played for the Bobcats, didn't he?
Yeah, yep. So he had 34 games last year, and I think he's been chomping at the bit. So I would expect him, Zach Bauer from Lakeville South, I think is going to come to town. Big left winger, big body, 6'3", plays a hard power game. And then Jack Millar is actually playing in Cedar Rapids game right now. I did find that out, so I didn't bother him obviously tonight, but I'm going to try to see if he wants to come to town as well. So
awesome. Well, keep up the good work, and we'll let you get back down and get ready for the third period.
Awesome. Thanks, Kev.
Once again, that's Toro's Assistant General Manager, Chris Lonke. We'll take another commercial break, come back with more on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat it at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri. I love Firehouse Subs because you can feed your whole crew and help your community thanks to Firehouse Subs Catering. If you're planning a tailgate, an office holiday party, or anything in between, Firehouse Subs has crowd-pleasing platters starting at just $5 per person. They'll even deliver to you. And of course, you'll be helping your community because a portion of every purchase at Firehouse Subs goes towards helping first responders in our communities. The more subs folks enjoy, the more Firehouse Subs is able to help save lives.
Firehouse Subs Catering. Choose from sub, salad, or dessert platters for your next group gathering. Platters start at just $5 a person. Visit FirehouseSubs.com to find a location near you. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit FirehouseSubs.com.
You're gonna love buying from Ryan.
Hi, this is Carson Wentz. While we have a couple seconds, I'd like to tell you why I'm a fan of Ryan Family Dealerships. They know the only way to win someone's respect, to earn their business, is by meeting and exceeding their expectations. That's why I buy my vehicles here. Whether it's sales, parts, or service, you can be sure they'll go the extra mile for you. Take it from me, you're going to love buying from Ryan.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report here on the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, HockeyTV.com, and GoToros.com/listen-live. Toros and Wilderness tied at 2 aside through 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal 27-20 in favor of the Toros, who have, for the most part, maintained possession of the puck and sustained pressure in the offensive zone. But for a couple of breakdowns, it could be 2-0 Toros. Have to be encouraged by the way the Toros have outplayed the Wilderness all weekend long, even if the score is not where we'd like it to be. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Wednesday is the Minotauros Awards Banquet. Find out who the Toros players voted MVP, Most Improved, Best Defenseman, among other awards. Of course, you can vote for the fan favorite. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I didn't check to see if voting was still open. Voting done through a link that was put out on the Toros and the Minotauros boosters pages. So get your voting in for fan favorite. And, of course, aside from the awards banquet silent auction, I've already mentioned the Minnesota Major League teams pitching in some awesome items as well as some local businesses. I believe there's a set of tires from Wesley Tire. Some other cool things as well. There's some unique Minotauros items up for grabs. And, of course, that also the night that the winners of the Minotauros booster raffle for the Yamaha Quad, the one-of-a-kind Minotauros quilt, and the Yamaha generator. The winners will be drawn at the banquet. Still time to get your tickets. You can get them online. In fact, if you hit the Minotauros Twitter page, right now I just clicked send on the tweet. You can buy that raffle ticket. You do not have to be present at the banquet to win. Though if you are, I imagine you'll be able to take your prize home Wednesday evening. Hope to see you all there at the Grand Hotel. Get your tickets now before they're gone. I believe the only way we can guarantee food is if you buy your tickets before Monday, as that is when we have to turn in the final head count to the Grand Hotel. So if you intend to come after, or if you buy your ticket after the deadline of Monday morning, we can't promise that there will be food for you. Let's take a look at the math in this one. Shots on goal, 27-20 in favor of the Toros. Shots in goal, even at 2 aside. Moberg opened the scoring at 2:21 off of a bad bounce as Sam Foose tried to ring it around the boards. The puck kicked off the end wall awkwardly right to the front of the net. Moberg buried it to make it 1-0 Wilderness. Then Dahlem on the power play from Foose and Pavel at the 10-minute mark of the first had it tied at 1-1. Again, they've still credited the goal to Mucha, but Lovin and Green with the assist, but I believe it's actually the other way around. Green from Mucha and Lovin at 14:52 would make it 2-0 Toros after 1. But at 16:29 of the second, Gino Lucia from Fricks and Truscott scored to make it 2-2, which is where we stand now. And again, that one I think was Fricks as well. So the scoring not being done well here in Cloquet. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as well. Springfield over Minnesota 1-0, 4-1. New Jersey over Wilkes-Barre, that one 8-18 from going final. 8:27 left in the third in Philadelphia, where the Rebels lead the Generals 3-2. Austin and Janesville are aces through 40. Second break in Brookings, where the Blizzard and the Chill are even at 1 aside. Odessa 3-0 over Corpus as they get ready to start the third. End of 2 in Shreveport. The Mudbugs lead the Brahmas 1-0. And Amarillo a 4-1 lead on Topeka with 1:40 to play in the middle stanza. Aberdeen 2-0 on Brookings. Fletcher and Bendorf with the goals there for the Wings. And, of course, not yet underway on the last frontier. It's the Kenai River Brown Bears and the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. We'll take a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll hear... Actually, no. We won't take a break. We'll keep it here. We'll just hear from Andre Pavel now and then take our break after.
Here with Toro forward Andre Pavel. Pav, your game's really come around here this second half of the season. What's been the big difference for you?
Well, I know that my game wasn't really good at the beginning of the season, so I tried to work hard on every single thing. and just working hard really on practice really get me going in the game, and it's like the main reason why I'm starting to playing better right now.
The coaches trust you to match up against some of the league's top scorers, Cothan Buthel, Burke down in Aberdeen. What does that mean to you that the coaches trust you that much defensively?
Of course, it's a really good boost for confidence, and when you see that the coach trusts you to play against the best guys, you will bring every time your A game to the field, and you get the better thing of you.
You've also had some big points, the assist on Talbot's game winner in overtime, some big goals yourself. Do you look at yourself as an offensive player too, a defensive player, or what's your style of game?
I don't really differentiate like that. I think that I just try to do everything for my team, and when I help out everybody, it's just perfect combination, yeah.
All right, you're just about the end of your first year. Overall, how would you say your first year in Minot went?
Yeah, I started a little bit slow. It was really hard to, accommodate in the new background. And I think right now it's really coming around, and I really enjoyed this year so far. And I hope it will not end yet, and we will win the cup.
You with the playoffs coming up, any predictions?
We will win. Of course.
All right, I'll let you go get ready. Thanks.
Thank you.
Once again, that's Toros forward Andre Pavel. I like the confidence from the young man. I thought he was a little bit hard on himself. I don't think he had a particularly bad start to the season, but he's definitely been clicking along on all cylinders here of late. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the third. Toros should have some power play time that carries over. It's off the clock now. It was 1:41. So hopefully they put that back on the clock and we'll get going in just a few minutes here on the Minotauros Network.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm Toros forward Taylor Lance. Call Miranda Schuler, my billet mom, and your locals farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey guys, my name is Steve Olschwenger, Fire Chief from Maryland Heights, Missouri, and I love Firehouse Subs. Take their meatball sub, for example. It's loaded wall-to-wall with Italian meatballs and a zesty marinara with melted provolone on a toasted roll. And when I say take their meatball sub, I mean it. Grab a medium meatball sub combo to go right now, just $6. But don't forget, the reason Firehouse Subs is driven to make the best subs anywhere is simple. The more subs you enjoy, the more they're able to help save lives because a portion of every purchase goes towards first responders in our communities.
The Firehouse Sub Meatball Sub Combo. Medium meatball sub, your choice of chips, and a 22-ounce drink. Get it hot and ready in our to-go box, now just $6 for a limited time only. Order online now at FirehouseSubs.com. Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen. Firehouse of America will donate 0.13% of your purchases in 2017 at all U.S. locations to the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation with a minimum donation of $1 million. For full details, visit FirehouseSubs.com.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, "So long, heel pain. Catch you later, corns. Hasta la vista, hammer toes." Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena here in Cloquet, Minnesota, as we get ready to start period number 3. Toros and Wilderness even at 2 aside. There should be 1:41 of power play time on the clock for the Toros, and they did just put it back up on the board. So the Toros will start the period on the power play. Toros once again working from left to right on your radio. Dial. Loven and Truscott to take the draw at center. 50-50 draw eventually. Kicked back, and Lindelof on the attack. His shot's fought off by Grabko, and the Toros will start up ice. This is Sawchuk speeding ahead. Drops a pass for Mucha. Miro gains the line on the near side. Now he looks to bank it back to the point. Foose does well to keep it. Looks across for Sawchuk. Shots blocked off. Saw back up top for Foose. Foose delays, carries down low. Looks across for Lund. Lundy up top for Sawchuk. Sawchuk back to Lund. They continue to play catch from the far point to the near, and Foose. Foose back to the far point and Saw. Saw looking down low, but it's tipped up and out of play for a whistle. 19-13 left to go in period number 2. 55 seconds left on the power play. Shots on goal 27-21 in favor of the Toros. Draw to the left of Fanti, controlled by Rosenbaum and the Toros. Rosie leaves off far side. Dollimer from the top of the circle drops down low. Talbot tries a shot that's blocked off. Follow-up tries blocked as well off the stick of ends. The Wilderness find it and chip it all the way down. Rosenbaum to Dollimer. Toss across. He can't catch the carom. Can ends, and the Toros will have to chase. So they'll retreat and retrieve, and it'll be picked up by Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum ahead for Dollimer. Dollimer gains the line, looks back in the middle for Pavel. It's hacked off his stick. Dollimer rings it to the far side. There's no one there for the Toros. The Wilderness find it. The Toros have to chase once again. Just 7 seconds left on the power play, so the Toros will drop to 1 for 4 on the man advantage. 18-18 to play as Troy is released from hockey jail, and we'll go back to playing 5-on-5. Meanwhile, Rosenbaum's forced to turn by Worth. He'll again retreat behind the safety of his cage before escaping out to the far side. Rosie carries over the red, chips over the blue. It skips on net, and pressure from Reisenen forces a cover by Fanti with 18:01 left to play in period number 3, despite what the scoreboard says. Lance on the draw to the left of Fanti. He'll take it and win it sideways to Reisenen, who's tied up by Goetz, and it's thrown along the near wall. Lance kicks at it, but it's ahead to Lucia anyways. He gains the red line, dumps it cross corner. Foose will retreat, but Fricks is there. Fricks looks to work a cycle. Lance steps in to interrupt that. Players tie up. Lance working along the wall. He's stepped into. They continue to dig. Kimball finds it. He couldn't hold on. Now he's lost his stick as well. Centering feed. Tip play. Fricks booted it into the corner. Nice setup there by the Wilderness. In control now. They look up top. Lysigor. Long shot through traffic. Gobbled up. And a Hungry Hippo style cover after he dropped it by Grabko. 17-26 left to play in period number 3. We're tied at 2. Draw to the left of Grabko, fanned on by Dow. And eventually the Toros work it out to neutral ice. O'Connell finds it. He couldn't corral. Koss does, and he rings it deep. Toros give chase to the near side, but Treble's there. Looks to work it back down low. Dollimer takes it away. He's got Koss going to the front. Koss fanned on the one-timer, and the Wilderness go the other way. Ahead, Koss couldn't settle that down. Dow does. Dow gains the line, looks to walk in. Shot blocked. It lays loose. Diving pile of bodies. No one able to find it. Are we getting a penalty call, or are the Toros just not allowed to change as they went crashing into their own net? That is the call, so we'll stay 5-on-5. But the collision with the post, taking the Toros net off, treated like an icing. Haven't had many icings, but when we do, they're brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Dahlimer and Regula on the draw to the right of Grabko. Regula wins it back. Spencer, long shot, finds the glass. It was well up over Grabko's head. Chip down the wall. Ends, finds it, banks it out to neutral, but it's taken right back by Lindelof and the Wilderness. Lindelof onto the attack, straight up the middle, tries a shot, it's in. What a rip by Lindelof on what was a harmless looking play. Lindelof just sped right up the middle. The Toros gave him all kinds of space, and he ripped one high to the blocker side on Grabko. Toros trail for the first time this evening. Another shot that goes off the outside of the cage. McGinnis pokes to the far wall. Toros win the battle on the wall. Pav ahead for Belisle. Chips it into the corner. Lund will be the first to this. Looks to throw it in front. It's broken up. Belisle tried to touch it to Pav, but it never got through to Pavel. Lund plays the body, and now Watkins will speed ahead. Watkins in. Shot save made. No rebound given. 15:51, a palindrome on the clock. Shots now evening up a bit, 28-25. And it's the Wilderness who lead for the first time this evening, now 3-2. Dow and Lovin on the draw. Lovin gets tossed. Green not allowed to step in. Long shot. Tip out front goes wide. Dow looks to settle it down. Banks back to the point in Lysigor. Far side. Kimball moves it along. Mucha trying to hoist one out. I guess that caught one of the beams in the rafters. 15:34 left to go in period number 2. Draw in front of the Toro bench. Linesman and referee talking. Lovin to take this draw against Moberg once again. Moberg wins it cleanly back. Lysigor hammers to the far side. Altman plays it deep. Lovin can't corral. Wilderness do. Moberg has it hacked off his stick. He'll work a cycle. Taken away by Kimball. Ahead for Mucha. Miro looks into the middle. Tack to tape for Foose. Foose gains the line and then leaves for Green. Green. Shot in front. Taken away Mucha. Green's tied up. Stepping in was Lovin to play the body. That freed the puck up. It rolls the length. No icing. 900 seconds left in regulation is a long stretch pass. Mooch had it. Didn't know he did. Now the Toros have to scrum for it on the far wall. Regula steps in and takes it away. Guided around to the near side treble. Bank back to the far. Goats ahead. That missed Lindelof. This should be icing as long as Colby wins the race. And he does. 14:37 left in period number 2. The draw is to the right of Fanti. Lance and Regula. Regula wins it into the corner, but Talbot's on it quickly. Tries to play it to Lance, but it's cut off along the wall and hammered around to the near side. Rysanen gets inside position and looks to play down the wall. Talbot plays the body. Regula and Rysanen tie up. Lance digs it out and banks back to the point in Sawchuk. Sawchuk tries a shot save made. Rebound. 2 Toros fan on it. Now third try goes off the outside of the cage. Sawchuk Gloves down, touches to the far wall. Reisenden touching down low. This is off of an icing, so some tired Wilderness trapped out on the ice. And this one's just hoisted. It won't go for icing, so Sawchuk will have to retreat and retrieve. Just under 14 minutes left to go here in the third. Toros trail for the first time this evening after an early third period goal by Lindelof. Koss up on the pressure. It's played off to the far side. Carried ahead. Broken up by Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum missed Koss. Treble finds it. Plays to the far side. Truscott. Truscott shot save made. Starts O'Connell up ice. Good rebound control from Grabko. Bouncing puck into the zone. Dahlemer can't find it. Truscott hit by Koss. Turned over. Dahlemer couldn't tuck it in. Dumped down low. Koss around behind. Austin Koss turns to his forehand. Plays in for Dahlemer. Dahlemer keeps it moving for O'Connell. O'Connell back to Dahlemer. Dolly leaves for Koss. Koss back to the point. Rosenbaum tacked to tape, and then he just chops it into the corner as he was being pressured. That's got to be too many men on the Toros. Apparently not, and now Pav was in offside. Toros catch a break as it looked like they had 7 guys on the ice. 12:54 left to go here in the third. Toros trail by 1. Toros control. Foose sweeps across. Kimball rings it deep. Around to the near side. Lund can't wall it off. Puck kicks free, but it's out to neutral ice for Spencer Kimball. Kimball looking for a lane up front. Touched into the zone by Pavel, but Lindelow's to make that. Lysigor was on it. He played ahead for Kobina, but it was too long. Foose for Kimball ahead. Lund touches it in and looks to chase it down in the corner. Lysigor wins the race, throws it around to the near side. Pavel stops it. Looking to work along the wall. Taken away by the Wilderness. Flung to the far side. Sawchuk just keeps it down low. Lysigor flicks ahead. Belial plays the body, but it's flicked out for Moberg. Moberg gains the red line and dumps it into the Toro zone. 721 seconds left to go here in period number 3. As Enz is stepped into, it's turned over, thrown in front. Sawchuk finds it and feeds Pavel. Pavel flicks ahead for Mucha. Miro gains the line on the far side. He delays. Mucha shot. That's blocked off by traffic. Loven finds it down low in the corner. Now he lost the handle. They tie up. Loven wins that battle. And he's in another, and this time it's taken away by the Wilderness. Puck to the near side. Regula stepped into by Green, so he plays back to the defense and treble. It's ahead for Lindelof, but taken away by the Toros. Rosenbaum. Loven can't battle through that, and now Rosenbaum with it in neutral ice. He gains the line. Rosie tries a shot in and out of the glove. Rebound around behind. Rosenbaum tries to throw it to the front, but it's tipped up. And now Green has to hurry. There's no one at that point for the Toros. Lucia finds it, looks to gain the line. Lucia works on McGinnis. Backhand try. That's blocked off and touched ahead for Loven. Loven feeds Mucha. Mooch with a nice drag move. Beats one and then gains the line and gets stood up by Troy. Wilderness chirping at Mooch as he made his way back to the bench after taking that big hit. Wilderness send this puck down. It will go for icing. 636 seconds, a palindrome left on the clock. 3-2 our score in favor of the Wilderness, despite shots being 30-26 in favor of the Toros, who control off the draw. Kimball's shot shrugged away by Fanti. Lance shot, follow-up try, side of the net. Reisenen couldn't tuck it home. Fanti aggressively came out, and then the shot never got there. The loose puck skipped by Reisenen. Played back to the point. Kimball comes across for Foose. Foose shot blocked off, and now hoisted out to neutral. Foose gloves down to his stick. Touches ahead for Lance. Lance chips it deep. Talbot up on the pressure, takes it away from Altman with help from Reisanen, finds O'Connell coming on a change. O'Connell spins off pressure, banks back to the point. Sawchuk. Saw banks it down low for Talbot. Talbot worked on by Spencer. Spencer leans on him. Thrown to the near side. Kobina. Stepped into by O'Connell, takes it away. O'Connell banks it back to the point. D to D quickly for Enns. Enns looking for a tip from Dahlimer, doesn't get it. Race to the far side. O'Connell ties a man up. The puck is out to neutral ice. No icing, so Enns will have to play. He throws up the near side for Dahlimer. Dahlimer tries into the middle, but it's broken up by Fricks. Dolly finds it, just plays it into the zone, but it's right onto the stick of Goats. And what do we got? Too many, I think, on the Wilderness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are. So 6 skaters on. And the Toros will go to the power play, and it is an important one. Toros trailing by 1 to the power play, 9-12 to play in regulation. Toros to the power play. Draw will be to the right of Fanti. Sawchuk and Foose behind Lovin, Lund, and Mucha. Shots on goal, 32-26 in favor of the Toros. Draw kicked into the corner. Everyone gives chase, it seems. Pile of bodies. Now they just high-load Lund. It's a slash, and who's it on? It's on Lovin. So that does it for the Toros power play. So we'll go for a side for the next minute 52. Toros control. Sawchuk lines it up. Saw ahead for Mucha. Miro into the zone. Looks across for Lund. Lund looking to work a cycle. Leaves for Miro. Miro's tied up and pushed off the puck by Goats. Lund trying to work it down low for him, but Goats steps in and takes it away. Comes across for Dow. Dow looking across for Lindelof. Couldn't catch it cleanly. Dow with it. That was out of the zone, and on the touch, the whistle goes. .8:23 left to go here in the third. 1:12 left in the 4-on-4. And then the Wilderness will have an 8-second power play. Lance and Lucia on the draw. Lance wins it cleanly back. Toros will set it up. McGinnis, Rosie, Lance, and Belial. The quartet out for the Toros. Rosie speeds up ice. Brings the line, chops it to the far side. Can't chase it down himself. Belial steps in. He can't free it up against the trio of Wilderness, and it's ahead along the near side for Kobina. Kobina cuts into the middle, leaves for Lucia. Lucia's shot blockered away. Rebound to the side of the net. Lucia worked on by McGinnis. McGinnis takes him into the wall hard. Wilderness fans want a penalty. And the whistle goes. 27 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 7:38 left to go in regulation. Toros down 1. Pav and Regula on the draw. Pavel wins it back. Rosie hacks around to the near side of McGinnis. McGinnis ahead for Pavel. Pavel can't get through Treble with the puck. McGinnis leans on Regula. Eventually takes it away with help from Dahlimer. Dahlimer speeds up ice. He's got Pavel with him. Dahlimer into the zone. Drag move right around a man. Looking backdoor for Pavel, who couldn't tip it into an open side. Rosenbaum walks to the middle. Tries a shot. It's blocked off into the corner. Wilderness on the power play for just 3 more seconds. Again, there was only 8 seconds difference between the time of the 2 penalties. Well, Toros will be shorthanded again as Pavel, they'll say, got the hook in Goats. And then Regula was over to say something to Pavel. So the Toros to the kill again. .6:59 to play in regulation. Draw controlled by the Wilderness. D to D, this is Lysigor. Back up top, Treble. Leaves off far side. Shot off the post and out of play. Absolutely hammered by Watkins. Koss and Truscott on the draw to the left of Grabko. Wilderness control again. Treble leaves off far side. Watkins. Watkins comes across Lysigor. Lysigor looks up top. Treble. Green poking at it. Lysigor was there in support, then hacks it to the wide open wing where Watkins has time to chase it down. Lysigor leaves for Watkins, comes across Treble, delays, shot, save made, rebound, hacked all the way down by Koss. It ends up on net. Fanti gives it up. In behind the net, Goats comes back to play. 1:11 on the man advantage for the Wilderness, who start up the middle, taken away by Belisle. Belisle looking to go short-handed. He's got Lund with him. Belisle hooked from behind. Never got the shot off. And then everyone went crashing into the net. Toros bench wants a call. I don't know that there was enough of a hook to warrant a call. Lyle definitely got a little bit of stick work, but I'm okay with it. Belisle with Lund directly behind him in the shooting hole. Wins it sideways, touched back to the point, but stepping in and taking it away for the Wilderness. Fricks leaves for Lucia. Lucia looking to walk off the wall. Tries to play it back to the point. That was almost a rush the other way for Belisle again. Loose puck ends. Pokes it in behind. Wilderness dig it out. Fricks. Near side, 38 left on the man advantage as they work a cycle on the near side. Dow drops down behind the goal. Worth looking in front and ends. Hacks it to the wall. Fans on a clear and then wins it back. He gives Sawchuk. He's got Belisle flying the zone. Passes there. He's got Lund with him. Belisle for Lund in. Backhand try. It's still loose. And Belisle couldn't get there. Fanti was down and out, but now it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Shot up and over. Side of the net. Nice recovery by Rosenbaum. Now a shot on. Put into the corner nicely. And now Pavel's out of the box. Rosenbaum ahead. Flicked in. Kobina just got a big piece of Rosenbaum as he dumped that one in. Far corner, Reisinen in. Talbot's there as well. 4:42 left to play here in period number 3. As this is played along the far wall, Toros trail by 1. Talbot in front. Lance had his stick lifted as he tried to tip that. Rung around to the far side. Good keep at the point by McGinnis. Now he chops down the wall for Talbot. Talbot stepped into and it's taken away, and the Wilderness go the other way. Lindelof in. Save made by Grabko, who holds for a whistle. 4:17 left to go here in the third. Shots on goal 34-30 in favor of the Toros, but it's the Wilderness who lead 3-2. Draw will be to the left of Grabko. Controlled by the Wilderness, but a shot blocked, and Lance goes the other way. Taken away, and now Kimball just rings it deep. Toros are going to change at least a pair. Touched ahead. Fricks gains the line. They work down low. Back to the point and Treble. Treble into the circle. Regula couldn't control, so he'll play out to neutral ice. Grabko stops it behind the net on the dump in. 3:33 as Foose starts up the middle. Looks off to the far side and Kimball. Kimball carries over the red, dumps over the blue. Near side, hacked at along the wall. Dahlemer finds it. He gets tripped down, plays in the middle for Lovin. It kicks to Mucha. His shot's stopped. Another try, blocked off. Mucha crashed into as he tried to glove that down. And now the Toros are whistled for a hand pass as Mucha tried to glove that down to the stick and then got upended. And another Toro touched. 3:11 left in the third. Toros getting some quality chances here really all game long. Haven't quite been able to finish, but Fanti has looked a little shaken. As there's one shot in quickly off the draw by Enns. Dahlemer now with Lovin and Mucha. Dolly moves into the middle, kicking Lovin out to the wing. So a little bit of line shuffling here late. Lovin gets it to Dahlemer. Dahlemer looks across for Lovin. The pass was there. Lovin was not. Mooch throws one on net that ends up getting redirected wide. They move it to the far side due to the Wilderness. Lindelof stepped into by Lovin. They'll reverse it to the near side, and Goetz. Goetz is stepped into by Dahlemer, but gets it ahead. Kept it by Enns. He'll just dump it down into the corner. They race to the far side. Lindelof and Lysagor are there. Sawchuk kept it at the point for a moment, but it rolls out to neutral. The Toros have it there. 2:30 left in regulation. Mucha tries to touch it in the middle for Pavel. Pavel pokes it free and then takes a man into the wall. Lund did not keep that, and on the touch, the whistle goes. 2:19 left to go in the third. Toros are pressuring. They just can't quite solve Fanti for a third time. Pav, Lund, Belisle, Foose, and Rosenbaum. They're going to toss Pav. So Lund steps in. Lund tries to let that go forward and corral it, but eventually it's the Wilderness who find it and play ahead. Dow leaned on by Belisle. The pucks roll deep into the Toro zone. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in regulation as Pavel moves it ahead for Lund. Lund looks across for Belisle. Belisle pokes it into the zone. Not much farther, though, before the Wilderness are on it. Thrown ahead. Rosenbaum kept it at the point. Regula rolls it out to neutral ice. Grabko starting up ice. He's at the hash marks. Now we'll have to drop back as the Wilderness find possession. Altman can't find it. Lund does. Minute 38. Long pass ahead, picked off by Lucia. Lucia walks in, wires, save made, rebound hacked to the wall by the Toros. Loven finds it, plays ahead for Talbot. Talbot gains the line. Shot on, save made with 1:20 left to go. I was distracted. Mooch started to jump over the wall for Grabko. They had to hold him at the bench as Grabko wasn't close enough. The linesman wouldn't let him go. Offensive zone draw. Timeout taken by the Toro bench. Gives us a chance to recap the scoring in this one. 3-2 our score with 1:20 left to play. Moberg opened it, unassisted at 2:21 of the first, followed by Dahlemer from Foose and Pavel at the 10-minute mark. That made it 1-1 halfway through period one. Then Green from Mucha and Loven at 14:52 made it 2-1 Toros after one. Lucia from Fricks, actually that should be Fricks from Lucia and Truscott at 16:29 made it 2-2 after two, but then at 3:28 of the third, Lindelof unassisted as he was allowed to pretty much walk right up the middle of the ice and rip one high to the blocker side of Grabko. Made it 3-2, which is where we stand now. Shots on goal, 37-31 in favor of the Wilderness. I'm sorry, in favor of the Toros, but it's 3-2 in favor of the Wilderness. 6 attackers on for the Toros for the final 80 seconds. Unless the Toros tie it. Loven, Dahlemer, Mucha, Talbot, Sawchuk, and Enns. Regula to take the draw for the Wilderness. Controlled by the Toros. Talbot tries to drag in. He's hauled down. Kept by Enns. Delays. Wilderness player lost a stick. They're trying to get it back to him. The Wilderness. Kobina used his hands to get it to him. Now a shot for the empty net. Skips wide. Toros have to get back. Dow chips it in behind the net. Sawchuk gets help to take it away. Mucha, final minute of play. Dump down low. Goetz hammers around to the far side. It gets tipped past Sawchuk. Enns will have to hurry to gather it in. 35 seconds left as Enns hits the brakes. Enns gives to Sawchuk. Sawchuk for Talbot. Talbot rings it deep. Toros will chase. Trebles on it. Quickly stepped into by Loven. 20 seconds left. Played in behind the net. Talbot looking to work it to the front. Pass is blocked off. Now we'll just play back to the point. Foose comes across for Enns. Enns flips one that's blocked and kicked out of play. Will they give the Toros any more time? It looks like they will not. Regula chasing Dahlemer all over the ice to yap at him. Pavel, Belisle, Lund, Dahlemer, Sawchuk, and Foose. Toros are going to try and get this to the net and create some chaos. Scored a goal with 4.8 seconds left against these guys a couple of weeks ago. And it was a game winner. Can they find a game tire? Draw kick to the wall. The Wilderness will eat it there. Final 3 seconds. Board battle continues. And now some pushing and shoving. Toros fall. Lucia and Belisle. Sawchuk's there. Foose with a shot on Kobina. But that'll do it. I don't think any penalties will come out of it. We'll find out. And we'll let you know on the Farmers Union Insurance postgame show. We'll talk to you after a break with all the math here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
All in one place. You can get a fabulous coffee, the best burger in town. Arrange a meeting for up to 30 people and begin your next trip, whether business or vacation. It's Minot's newest, most architecturally beautiful, versatile structure, the Minot International Airport. The Trestle Tap House and Cafe with Caribou Coffee and customizable meeting spaces are just a couple of the amenities offered. The Minot International Airport. See the world from home.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Welcome back inside the Northwood Credit Union Arena, where the Toros fall by a score of 3-2, despite outshooting the Wilderness 37-31. So the Toros outscored 5-2 on the weekend, but outshoot the Wilderness 71-52. So, while the results are not what you'd like, the process was far from discouraging. As the Toros get ready for the playoffs, we'll recap the scoring in this one. Moberg unassisted at 2:21, followed by Dahlimer at the 10-minute mark from Foose and Pavel. For Dolly, it was goal number 11. Foose picks up his 6th helper, Pav his 9th. Then Ryan Green for Muha and Loven. For Loven, it's his 35th assist. Muha his 25th. And for Ryan Green, it would be goal number 4, I think. Yes, goal number 4 for Greener, and that came at 14:52 of the first. Lucia from Fricks and, no, it should be Fricks from Lucia and Truscott at 16:29, however, and Lindelof with the game winner at 3:28 of the third give the Wilderness the 3-2 victory. Take a look around the rest of the North American Hockey League. The Blues over the Magicians 1-0. The Knights fall to the Titans 5-1. No, actually, that one's still in progress. That can't be. That's out east. That's got to be just a... There we go. It is final. It took a shootout, but the Generals over the Rebs 4-3. The Bruins top the Jets 2-1, so the Toros officially cannot catch the Austin Bruins or the Minnesota Wilderness, so the Toros are locked into the 4th seed for the Central Division. The Blizzard 3-2 over the Chill. The Jackalopes 3-2 over the Ice Rays. The Bun Bugs over the Brahmas 1-0. The Bills over the Roadrunners. That one is late in the third, 4-1. And mid-third, Aberdeen and Bismarck. Bismarck scored to pull it to 2-1. And of course, not yet underway. Kenai at Fairbanks. Looks like quite the penalty fest in Bismarck. At 8:43, we have 4 players, including a 10-minute misconduct on Bellant. A lot of penalties. 2 guys at 9:14, 2 guys at 13:57, 2 guys at 17:05. So just a regular love fest down in the capital city between the Wings and the Bobcats. The Wings will be the opponent next weekend, and for the 2 weekends after that, as we move into the Robertson Cup playoffs, Toros locked into the 4, the Wings locked into the 1. Toros will look to flip the script and upset the division regular season champs, just as they did to us last year in the playoffs. That'll do it for us here from Cloquet. I'm Ken Oda. You're listening to the Minotauros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ, and HockeyTV.com. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast in spite of the outcome. We'll talk to you back from the Magic City next weekend here on the Minotauros Network.
This has been a presentation of Minotauros Hockey. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com to stay up to date on all things Toros. This broadcast was brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Minotauros Hockey, join the charge.
I don't do much of a post-game show on Saturday nights when we're on the road. It's a rush to get to the bus. Right. You guys have Brookings, so it's not like sweeping. Who is the? Yeah. Well, they've got that Brizgala kid in net now, who's pretty solid. Who has the tiebreaker between you and Austin? You do? So as long as you guys win, you don't have to worry.
Well, I mean, they got the game in hand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it'll be